All right,
Woo!
all right. We are here.
Yes,
Yes, we are here.
we're
I was
back once again, Pod Folk.
I got caught up watching this Raptors Bulls game that's happening right now.
Nigga, you was watching porn. Stop lying to the
I
world
wish
right
I
now.
wish I was. Then I wouldn't care so much about this parlay. But
I feel you, brother.
speaking of parlay, goddamn Anthony Edwards,
Sheesh.
goddamn Jimmy Butler.
Damn.
Anyways, before we
It's,
get into all that, it's your boy Sincere Da Vinci.
and it's your boy Jay Hunnit.
And this is the Jason Podcast. We're shaking, folks. We're shaking, folks. All
Hey,
right. So I don't know what it is in the background I'm hearing over there. I don't know if it's your, I hear a whole bunch of talking. I don't know what's going on your side.
it must be my mom. Hold on one second.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let them take care of that real quick because yeah, can't have that when you're trying to do an actual show. Um. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I had multiple game parlay, and last night I needed Jimmy Buckets to score 25, and he scored 22. Also, oh, no, he needed to score 28. I'm sorry. He also scored 22. I needed him to score 28. He scored 22. And he shot terribly. And I needed him to hit 2 3-pointers. He hit none. But
So
it
your
didn't
parlay
matter.
went south, basically.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because even if he had done everything, Anthony Edwards had the worst game at 3 for 17 or some shit like.
Pod Folk, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's basically wagers, betting on basketball.
I just needed him. All I needed for him was to put up a dub. That's all I needed was a dub.
Okay. Sheesh. That sucks.
Sheesh. What's happening?
Dell, what's happening?
What's good? What's good?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man, but sheesh. It was pretty disgusting.
It was disastrous, yeah. How much you put on that parlay? Do you mind revealing that to the world?
I didn't put much. It was like a dub or something. But the payout would have been like 250 or 3, something like that.
Hey,
so
yeah,
like I got a dub tonight. The payout will be like 200.
Okay,
just
that's not bad.
The odds. You need to go do something. Like, go tell these niggas to get their life together, Dad. Man, come on, B. Come on, exactly. Get these niggas together. But yeah, they need to do something.
Crazy.
But we got a couple.
How was your week, kind sir?
Busy. I ain't got just like this show. How was yours?
Pretty much busy myself. Been working double, been getting crazy workouts in. Cuddy was happening.
Okay, yeah.
And my days have just been ultra productive, and it's a part of adulting, unfortunately. So it is what it is.
Yes.
We just wake up every day, thankful, and we just push through. That's all you can really do.
Okay.
We got that kind of rhyme right there.
we actually got a packed show today. Man,
we do. Let's dive in.
So let's go ahead and get into this.
Pause, but yeah.
Oh, Lord of mercy. The play-ins have started already. Out of the teams that are here in the play-in, who is the scariest play-in team out of the teams playing for their survival right now?
Oh, man. I don't know if you could put scary and playing team, I think, in the same sentence. I mean, there may be a team that you have to, look out for maybe, but about being scary. So, in other words,
I beg to differ on that one.
You think so? All right.
Yeah,
well,
I beg to differ on that one.
I just think, if you're playing for your playoff lives, basically, these teams that are actually playing right now, they play actually through Friday. There's games going on right now as well. I feel like you're not really worth much in the NBA right now, just like a bag of chips. I feel like as soon as you get into the real playoffs and get into a real series with a real team, they're just going to end up losing. But the only team that I can point out right now is the only team that you can't count out because they have an all-time great on their team. They have the actual, arguably, the GOAT to a lot of people, which is LeBron James. I feel like you can't sleep on the Lakers, especially if AD, shows up, and he's reliable. Obviously, he can't only show up. He also has to be, reliable. He has to produce on the court. So if there's a team we need to look out for, it's the Lakers, but I wouldn't necessarily doubt them as a scary play-in team, to be quite honest.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Lakers are the scary team.
Okay.
Says I'm on the way to let Embiid and Harden know if they don't get it to the mountaintop, time to break up the band. Well, you might as well tell them the band.
Yeah, you might as well just start telling them that, because
there
ain't nothing going to happen over there. Yeah.
Scariest team is the Lakers.
Exactly.
Right. So I agree with everybody so far. The scariest team, D and J, is the Lakers. The reason they're the scariest team is because, one, we're talking about a team who closed the season winning 9 of 11 games. Correct. Who were out of contention, who then came back and had a healthy and rested LeBron James, arguably the GOAT, who every night can come in and give you a 30-point triple dub every night, who can, when it's time to turn on playoff mode, he's a different level type of guy. I don't know if you watched the game last night. LeBron willed that W.
Yeah.
Willed that W himself. You have a healthy Dennis Schroeder. Austin Reeves is coming into his own. You have AD when he wants to, even though last night wasn't a great game, 24 and 15.
Right.
In a down game from AD, they locked in defensively when they needed to. They were down by 25 at one point.
Okay.
And were able to come back. And they haven't even really put D'Lo in. We haven't really gotten D'Lo in yet.
We really haven't seen the best of the Lakers, in other words, is what you're saying.
And because they already have that, not just one, but they have the championship pedigree with a lot of these Lakers that they know what it takes to win. They know what it takes. They know what this feels like. I feel like they're not the average 7th or 8th seed. They are a real legitimate threat, especially in the West. When you look around, and there aren't any Bohemians, there aren't any Goliaths for David to face like there have been in the past couple years.
Bro, seeing either the Nuggets, right?
Right.
Okay.
But it doesn't at this point. I feel like they can line up with anybody they play against. That's why they're the scariest.
Okay.
I don't think that anybody they play against is going to outright just come in there and walk over these niggas. It's not happening.
Right.
I don't see it happening. Again, in the East, yeah, like it's cool. You can fight for your life.
Right.
But you're not, like, realistically, the top two teams in the East, even 3, depending upon who you're talking about, are walking you niggas down there at 7 and 8.
So the Lakers are basically a team that you're. But do you envision the Lakers moving on past the first round?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I not only.
This is an interesting take.
I would not be surprised if the Lakers won the West. I would not be surprised. And keep in mind,
bold words. Yes.
This is a team I told you a couple years ago when I told you they were going to be terrible because of that lineup they got. Mm-hmm. They were terrible. I saw what it looked like on paper, and I saw what it looked like on the court. I didn't have to see it on the court to know that the paper didn't translate. But I'm looking at what they have now on paper, and I'm looking at how it translates on the court, and I'm looking at who they have in front of them. Nobody in front of them is as tough as what LeBron had to take Cleveland through to get a ring with the Warriors.
Right.
Nobody. So a lighter road with more help, I can see it being done.
Okay, so the teams that are actually in front of them, once they get out of this maze that they're in right now in the play-in, is technically Denver and Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I can see them definitely beating Memphis in a
They have Memphis in the first round.
Oh, okay, so if it's going to be Memphis, I could definitely see that. Beyond that, I'll be quite honest, I can't see the Lakers getting past. A team like the Suns, I can't see them getting past. Basically, a team like Sacramento, which a lot of people are sleeping on at the moment. And and the Clippers as well. I don't know. I see the Clippers getting it in as well against the
Yeah.
Lakers. They're going to be competitive series. I'll give you that. But I can't envision for some reason the Lakers coming out of the West. That's big words right there.
That's cool.
From the play-in.
And the thing is, I'm not saying that the Lakers is going to come out and just stomp on niggas. That's not what I'm saying.
No. Of course.
But what I'm saying is every game is going to, like, it's not going to be like a 8-1 or 7-2.
Right.
It's going to be like a 2-3. It's going to be a game every night in. And I do believe, also, keep in mind, the Grizzlies are still without Steven Adams. Without Steven Adams.
True.
I don't believe they have enough to beat the Lakers right now.
That's one of the reasons, yeah.
Right now, I believe that they have the talent to beat the Lakers maybe before the Ja Morant incident,
right?
And before the
because Memphis was just steamrolling everybody.
He hasn't been the same.
Momentum.
He hasn't been the same since he's been back.
Of course not.
He hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same since he got back. Cuddy says Lakers for sure. D says steamrolling. Dean Russ has been a major bonus, yes sir. D says Lakers in 5. Cuddy, West is up for grabs. Bucks and Celtics, or maybe the Sixers coming out the East. Clippers will falter at to someone else.
To someone else, right?
Tev, what's good, Tev? Lakers or Suns
out the West for sure. Can't sleep on Warriors either. They will be great in the playoffs.
Listen, it is. And the Warriors, the reason you can't sleep on the Warriors is for one reason.
Defending champs.
They don't play no defense. But you don't need much defense when you score 55
you have
in the quarter.
Right, when you have the type of shooters that they have, basically.
When them niggas is in fuego and they do shit like score 160 in a game.
Don't matter.
It doesn't
matter what kind of defense you have.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what defense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that's enough to win them a series. No, they don't need to be that hot every night. They just need to be that hot once.
Yeah.
Once. And it has to be on the road. They've
been a terrible road team.
Exactly. So if they can get that hot once on the road, it's over for you niggas.
Yeah.
It's pretty much over for you niggas. So yeah, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's keep the Rudy Gobert throws a punch at Kyle Anderson, is walked off the court. They get back into it in the locker room.
Right.
And Gobert is told hit the showers and go home for the day.
That affected the Timberwolves, obviously, against the Lakers.
Correct, because there was no Gobert. Also, I forgot the other name, McDaniels, who broke his hand swinging at the wall. He's gone. But the Gobert situation comes from Kyle Anderson, and they're telling each other, he's like, yo, get a fucking block. Right. And it didn't work, and then he called them. He said, he said, fuck you, bitch. He kept calling him a bitch. Right. He kept calling Rudy Gobert a bitch.
Yeah.
We've seen what happens when you call grown men bitches, i.e. Draymond and KD.
Right.
But there's a lot of things you can call a man.
Yeah, but to call him a bitch,
to call him
crossing the line. Yeah.
Not even behind closed doors. You didn't
right
respect
in
him
front of
enough.
face. Right. Yeah.
You didn't respect him enough to call him a bitch in your locker room. You called him a bitch on the sideline for everyone to hear, and on national television. Yeah,
bro, that word, and also suck my dick.
Yeah.
What, bro? Yeah.
Rudy Gobert has had for his career the reputation of being soft for a 7-footer. This is not the first time he's been called out his name. This is not the last time he has been called out his name. This will continue to be how Rudy Gobert, how he is seen. I don't blame Rudy for swinging.
Of course not.
I don't blame Rudy for swinging. To be honest with you,
we all have our tipping and boiling.
To be honest with you, I don't feel like he should have been suspended because you don't get to talk to a man like that and think that it's okay. Also, on top of that,
but you're.
Let me tell you something.
You launching at that
Let me
person.
tell
You
you
know what I'm
something.
saying? You striking that person. So you know they're not gonna see it the way you're seeing it, obviously.
Let me tell you something. If I'm comfortable calling you a bitch in that setting to your face,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't the first time I done called you a bitch.
No, of course not.
This is not the first time he has been called a bitch by Kyle Anderson. Or it's not the first
And
time he's
didn't
been
do
called a
anything
bitch
about
and
it.
didn't do nothing about it. Which is why I believe I'm looking now go look at the tape and tell me I'm wrong. He throws a punch, but he doesn't really throw a punch. He kind of like, man, get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit punch. Like he had one of those
Right.
in his arm and his chest. If Rudy, because he wasn't leaning in it, and then he pulled this punch because he had to do something in that moment. He got it.
Right.
He had to let people know
He
can't
reacted.
keep talking to me.
Right. Yeah.
You're not gonna keep talking to me the way you're talking to me.
Right.
And expect nothing to happen.
Right.
But at the same time, Rudy is 7-something.
Correct.
Kyle Anderson is Kyle Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen Kyle Anderson getting busy. I ain't never seen Kyle Anderson so much as talk crazy to niggas on the court. So I'm not believing Kyle Anderson is getting busy with them hands like that.
Right.
No offense, Kyle Anderson. I'm just going off what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we're going off perception.
I'm going off perception. I'm not calling you so. What I'm saying is I haven't seen you getting busy like that. I haven't seen you talking spicy to other niggas. So I don't know why you talking spicy to somebody who's supposed to be on your side.
Right.
My point is, I don't believe Rudy really swung. I believe if he wanted to, he could hit that nigga in his mouth.
And I think he would have knocked him out too.
And if you look at how he walked off, he didn't have to be dragged down he didn't have to be drugged down the hallway. He turned around, he walked up. I really believe that Rudy could have really handled his business. He could have really handled his business. But he decided not to. That led to the suspension. That led to the Lakers closing out last night. And now the Timberwolves getting him back for what is going to be a showdown between them and the winner of the Pelicans whomever game tonight. So, yeah.
Tonight, Pelicans and Thunder.
Thunder, there you go. Okay, see.
Yeah, 9:30. ESPN.
There's who defends against half court shots?
It's kind of hard to do something like that.
Who you calling the bitch? Queen Latifah voice. Hey. So fast, Frank Punch. Boy, cut his Lakers ain't winning shit. Hey, I hear you.
And that's a Laker fan right there. Pop, what's happening?
What's good, Pop? Kyle Anderson ain't like that. Hey, Kyle, I'm not. Hey,
I don't think so either, Pop. I don't see the Lakers getting out of the first round, but that's just me.
Gobert got paid by Pelinka.
Kyle from New York, he ain't no pussy.
Again, I ain't say he was. I'm just saying I ain't never seen that man.
Right. We're just going off perception.
Right. I've never seen him get spicy in the heat of the moment with nobody on the other team. So why would you get spicy with the nigga you ride with?
Right, exactly.
It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. What's good, Pop? How you feeling?
What is happening?
I mean, well, that's behind us. And you got any other comments on this that you ain't got?
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's go Knicks. How about that? Let's go.
That wasn't what we were talking about. We were talking about Rudy Gobert.
I don't care. I don't care what we talk. We talking NBA, so I'm talking New York Knicks.
We want to talk. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. Okay, since we're they're both light skinned. First off, y'all gonna stop with the light skin slander.
All right, come on now.
We're lucky we won last night. First off, y'all gonna stop with the light skin slander. Go home, whatever. Y'all niggas make me mad.
Listen, don't worry about it.
All right, so here we go. Two things. Also, as far as the
they don't represent your waffle colored self.
Yeah, nah. If I had to, I'm gonna say this while we're talking. The Knicks, unfortunately, are going to have to play a tough
Cleveland
team with no Randle.
Of course.
And Donovan Mitchell is going to show you niggas why you should have picked him up.
Okay.
But I do think Brunson shows you why this is his team, this playoff series.
Yeah, pretty much.
If there were
He's been the biggest surprise for us,
if there were any question,
and probably the biggest NBA surprise
he's
as
been
well.
he's been great.
He's
But
been
if there's
phenomenal.
any question on whose team, whether Randall or Brunson's, I think Brunson stamps that he is in fact the New York leader.
Of course,
Win or lose.
No, of course, because I think that, for instance, with Brunson, I think he has a lot more mental fortitude than Randall does, especially in these playoff games, because we've seen Randall in the big stage, and we've seen him pull, James Harden, we've seen him pull a few other marquee players that I could think of right now who've just completely gone ghost in the playoffs. So we've seen that from Randall. So I could clearly see, what you're seeing in Brunson.
So they're about to drug test Donovan again. He's gonna score 1,000.
I mean, we'll see. That's why they play the game.
Also, for me talking about the Nets, I've said this before. I'm not gonna praise them or down them. I'm just gonna say
go
how
Nets.
I feel about
it.
Other than go Nets, remember before the trade and before,
of course,
all this went down, the Nets were the 6th seed.
Correct.
Since the trade, when Dallas was the 4th seed, and Phoenix were where they were, Dallas has now fallen out of contention.
Yep.
Phoenix just is getting KD back on the court
with Luka and Kyrie. Finito, finished.
And the Nets are still the 6th seed.
They're still
Mikal Bridges has come out to look great. I don't think that they will win. I don't think they will win the East, but I do think that this matchup is.
They're going to give Philadelphia a run for their money.
They're going to give Philly a run for their money.
Yes.
They are not going to just be like, oh, it's over. Our season is over.
Right.
Them niggas is coming to play every game.
So Philly better be ready.
Brunson is the Knicks have been longing for. Yeah, sure as hell like RJ Barrett. All right.
Especially at point guard, Pop. We've been needing a point guard for a long time.
OBJ signs $18 million deal with the Ravens.
Oh, man. Sheesh.
How do you feel about this?
This is one of two things. Either the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are secretly doing something behind the scenes that we all don't know about, or the Ravens are just trying to use this as like some type of bait or something like that. I think they actually made matters even worse, because I think 15 of the 18 million, or all of the 18 million, is actually guaranteed.
15 of the 18 are guaranteed and 3 are incentives.
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, someone for like Beckham, I think he's close to 30 if he's not over 30.
With
he's had 2 ACL surgeries. He doesn't seem to be that much available. He took a year off, so there's going to be a lot of rust, I think, in his game, especially, coming back, because I feel like, yes, you didn't put Miles during that year, but you lost a lot of playing time. You lost a lot of practice. And I think in-game speed, for instance, and practice speed are 2 totally different things. I think that's going to affect him. And last but not least, the biggest question of all, who is going to throw to him? So I don't understand the Ravens' direction right here. Again, unless they're doing something behind the scenes where they're working something out with Lamar, or Lamar actually called Odell Beckham and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna reach a middle ground with the Ravens. So if you want, you could sign with us in the meantime, like some type of what do they call that, collusion or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell they call that, tampering or whatever. Yeah, exactly. That's the word. Thank you, kind sir. Unless they're doing something like that, this is the only reason where I would see that this would make a little bit of sense. But to me, I don't know what the Ravens are actually doing at the moment. And I think this just adds more pressure to the Ravens to even sign Lamar, because, again, you're signing OBJ. Who the hell is going to throw the football to him?
You know what this is to me? I'm going to tell you what.
And for OBJ, it's great because he's getting the bag. So I ain't hating on that. Go ahead.
Okay. Time to break up the band, says Dad. D says time to break up the band. Pay Lamar Jackson right now. Pops said only works if Lamar stays. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. So this move right here. You ever made your woman mad?
Mm-hmm. Plenty of times.
Made your woman mad, and she's pissed. Like you really fucked up.
Right.
So you go in there and you're like, hey, she got her back to you. She giving you the solid treatment. You're like, hey, baby. Hey, Snickums.
Hey, big head.
Hey, you hungry? You hungry? And she kind of look at you like you hungry, and she ain't really fucking with you. Mm-hmm. So you go back. You come back like 2 hours later. You come back with some chocolates. Hey, Sugar Plum, I got you some chocolates. Hey, you want some chocolates? I'm gonna just leave these chocolates right here on the bed.
Just in case you want them.
Just in case you want them. Then you leave and you come back.
Chocolate's gone.
Chocolates is gone. You're a little bit happy. But she's still pissed off because you ain't never addressed the real fucking problem that causes issue. This is what the Ravens are doing. So the Ravens done pissed off Lamar because they ain't gave him his contract. They won't give him his money. And he done got pissed off the way he stopped having conversations with niggas because he's hearing how they really see him and how the league
is seeing him at the moment, right?
And the Ravens go, Lamar, hey.
Got some chocolates for you.
We got you OBJ. Don't you want to come play with OBJ? Yeah.
As bait.
And Lamar probably in the house like, I do want to come play with OBJ. The Ravens is like, come on, we got him for you. Come on, come play with OBJ. And Lamar like, okay, maybe a little bit, They enticing him.
Of course.
This is all a ploy to get Lamar to play for 1 year under that franchise tag that they got him on.
No, and that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
They get a number one, if you still consider him that.
Right.
Number one receiver, because they don't have one at the moment. And they're terrible.
And I think that's been the main problem for the Ravens these past few years. They haven't had really a legit wide receiver. So now that they're bringing in one, they're using him as chocolate to bait Lamar Jackson, basically, at this point.
Yeah, okay.
Or like I said, it could be a situation where there's some tampering involved and we all don't know something that they know, and Lamar is basically, going to get his wish. He's going to get his extension. I heard he was offered 3 years for $133 million, all guaranteed, and he rejected that too. But I don't know how true that is. But I've just heard that according to rumors.
Hey, according to rumors, since we're throwing that out there, and we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Yes, sir.
Another team with Birds that's not happy with their star. Rumor has it that this is it for Trae Young.
I'm hearing that as well, actually.
Where do you think Trae Young? Well, not even where do you think he? Who do you think wants Trae? The market for a Trae Young is very niche. Trae Young is a very niche kind of player. Right. So where do you think a Trae Young kind of player not only signs, but is wanted and embraced and is productive? I can only think of 2 teams, but I don't know if any of them are of that kind of cut. The Warriors, because Trae Young is 25.
Correct.
And Curry is 35. And they could, in essence, keep what's going even with the same setup like they have now with Trae going into the future. They wouldn't have to reset anything up. He's already a shooter. He already fits in that.
It'd be the perfect bridge.
It'd be the bridge to the younger Warrior team. That, and I also think that he, again, hear me out.
Right.
I think that he would fit really, really well on that Sacramento team.
I was thinking about that team too while you were mentioning it.
I think he would fit really well with Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox would have to run run the point. But what most people don't realize is Trae Young shoots a lot of threes, and he does it at an okay clip. But he shoots over 40% on his catch and shoot threes.
Correct.
When he is off ball, catch and shoot over 40%. One of the best shooters in league history, off ball. Imagine if he was coming off the two.
Yep. He'd be pretty lethal. Especially in a team like Sacramento. I see him more as a fit on Sacramento than actually the Warriors, but I see where you're going with the Warriors' vision.
Yeah. Lamar did tweet about it. He did. Houston would be a great place for Trae. Hell no. Hell no.
Houston is like
hell no. They have too much
end right now.
Yeah, there's too much young talent that's going nowhere in Houston right now to add another young nigga who's not. As much as I hate to say this about Trae Young, when you look at teams that are carried, the great teams that are carried, it's very, very, very few are ever carried by point guards.
Correct.
Very few are ever carried by point guards. Point guards are usually the secondary piece to a great team, or even a third piece to a great team, or even a fourth piece. But they're not usually the guy,
the centerpiece of the team.
Right.
Correct.
Trae, it hasn't worked in Atlanta with him being the centerpiece, and there's a hell of a lot of more talent around him in Atlanta.
Of course there is.
In a easier Eastern Conference, Houston would be a step back for both of the franchise.
The franchise. Well, it's an easier Eastern Conference, but I understand where you're coming from.
It's been easier most of his career. The East has been a lot easier.
This year they played a lot better in the East.
Right. Yeah. All right, so we move on.
Moving right along.
Criminals use AI to fake kidnapping of a 15-year-old. Now, what happened was a criminal who's this woman, her family, and her daughter, her 15-year-old daughter, was away on a trip, on a school ski trip, into the middle of the mountains where she knew that service would be spotty.
Right.
She knew she was gone for the weekend, so she wasn't really tripping. She gets a phone call of what sounds exactly like her daughter. Mm-hmm. Pleading, "Mom, please help," so on and so forth. Eventually, a man's voice becomes prominent on the phone and says that he has kidnapped her daughter. And you can hear the girl in the background says that if you don't don't call the cops, don't call anybody, don't do anything strange. If you do, I'll pump her full of drugs and send her ass to Mexico and have my way with her. I need $1 million. Otherwise, this happening. The woman settled on $50K because she doesn't have $1 million disposable income, and was unable to get that. But before she was able to send off the $50K, her husband was able to contact one of the teachers that was gone on the trip with the school and was able to verify that the daughter was in fact still right there with them. And that this in fact was done by AI.
Artificial intelligence,
whom someone knew that she was gone and went on one of her social pages and was able to comprise what they needed to comprise from her videos on her pages.
Yeah.
It used to be where they needed a bunch of audio of you speaking to be able to mock and recreate your voice.
Simulate, right?
Now they don't need more than maybe a few words here and there to be able to simulate your voice. And that is insane.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the situation?
I mean, I think the words were written in the article where it said like artificial intelligence has taken phone scams to a frightening new level. So this is pretty much frightening. And I don't know. I've just felt like ever since the height, I'd say the very height of the pandemic, I think we've been experiencing a lot more scams lately than previous times, I think, and um I feel like a lot of people had a lot of time to be very creative, with the things that they now do and the scams that they do. That I'm so fearful, bro, of just touching a link. Like even if you send me the link, I'm fearful of touching it, and
Mhm.
I'll get in contact with you some other way, and I'll be like, "Hey, did you send me this link?" Like I got a link actually for an invitation for a birthday party for a little girl, and I was just like so hesitant. Like I was just looking at it like, should I touch this link? Because you just don't know what happens.
Right.
You just don't know what could happen. Is what I meant to say these days. And the fact that they're taking AI, they're simulating people's voices, and they're scaring other people into doing things. It's just frightening, and we just have to be very careful. And yikes, I mean, it's very unfortunate, what happened to this family as well. And I'm sorry they had to go through this, but that's pretty crazy. That's pretty fucking crazy. That's taking things like to the next level, as the article said, basically.
Yeah, I watched a show on Netflix recently called Red Rose, and it was
Mm,
about an app, and part of it was it used artificial intelligence to be able to like recreate loved ones that you could see on FaceTime, and like it would put them in the room with you. So like if you thought you were like talking to your best, like you thought your best friend had committed suicide, and all of a sudden you're getting a FaceTime from your best friend, and like the image, and they're talking there, and they sound just like them. It looks just like them. They can put them in the room with you behind them, behind you, and mess with your like yo. It just shows you how
demonic.
evil people are going to use this technology. It is disgusting, and I want nothing but I want nothing for them to catch that the person that did that to that girl and her family.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and move on.
Sickening, bro.
One of Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos got hit and killed by a car on the Colombian highway.
Sheesh.
I felt very sad, mainly because I love hippos and I love animals. Uh, I was very sad.
What the fuck? Yo.
If anybody who knows, when Pablo Escobar was running Colombia, he had a zoo. When they captured him, they were able to move all of his animals except the hippos.
The hippos, obviously.
There is no real habitat to move the hippos. They're too big and aggressive. So the
Too
hippos
strong.
have since become a problem in Colombia, where they are now repopulated into the thousands, and
Right.
they are living like in the suburbs of Colombia, and they have
Right.
many a times made their way into the village and caused damage. They have killed people.
Right.
And these are the Pablo Escobar cocaine
Hippos.
hippos.
Well, I mean, sadness.
Sadness.
Del writes.
Sadness. Like it's
I
not like these hippos
mean,
asked to be there.
but still, I mean, they didn't ask to be there, but I feel like the energy you put out into the universe, that's exactly what you get back. And that fucking hippo got that same energy while he was destroying villages and all this shit, killing kids and women and older
Women!
people.
Not women.
I can't believe this is a story. My goodness.
I can't believe that you aren't saddened by this story. This hippo had a family. This hippo had a family.
Oh man,
this is Chase. Stop. This hippo had a family, B.
Yo,
This hippo had a family.
what
B.
was the name of that other animal we were sad with that died? Was it a gorilla or something like that?
Probably, I'll be sad when many animals die.
Nah, bro. But for real, it went viral. Nah, it went viral. It was like a gorilla. Pafo, let us know. I think it was in like 2019 or something like that. I don't know. If it was an ape. I don't know what it was, but we was all sad of that too.
Oh, it might have been Harambe.
There you go, Harambe.
Yeah.
Harambe went really viral, basically.
Everybody
Yeah.
tell that little white boy climb into that fucking encasement.
Oh, they laid him down. That's what it was,
So,
right? They killed
yeah.
Harambe.
Yeah, over that
Yeah.
little white boy.
That was the Cincinnati Zoo. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy.
That was in 2016 to be exact. Because they even have the day he was born. Harambe was born May 27th in 1999, and he died May 28th of 2006. Or they killed him May 28th of 2016. Let me correct myself, pod folk.
There's my
That's
business.
sickening.
Little white folk come in here and ruin his shit. All right, so we're gonna actually move on to our last topic today, which is bringing us a surprise guest. So,
Nice.
For our surprise guest, we are going to. I'm waiting to make sure that I'm surprise guest. Wait, man.
Surprise guest.
What's with all these
Surprise
people in
guest.
recent days climbing in the cages with animal? I don't know, dude. They be strange. Okay. But now that, like I said, we now have our surprise guest coming up for a segment to top off the end of the show. So
Definitely.
without further ado, please welcome the talented, beautiful Grace Jones.
Hey.
Grace Jones.
Hey y'all. What's
Hey,
up?
babies.
you
What
hear me?
up, though?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fantastic.
So
Okay.
this segment is called.
I mean, it's sort of things you found on the internet, but
kind of.
Not really. Somewhere in
Okay.
between.
So what it
things
is?
I found on the internet.
Things Grace found on the internet.
So there is a page, a Twitter page, who they release, stories or situations on their page, and were like, they put them up and see what the people's reactions are.
Right.
I came across, Grace put me on to some of these. And I was like, what is happening here? And I figured it'd be a great thing for us to do live.
Some peculiar stuff.
Yeah, and of course, I asked for her to pull out situations that I did not hear of before this. So it's not any of the ones she's already told me.
Mm-hmm.
These are going to be, new things. Everybody is happy to see Grace.
Yes.
Everybody. Jay, what's up?
What's happening,
Things
Miss
Grace discovered on
Jones?
Obama's internet.
All right.
So this is, again, the page is Six Brown Chicks. That is the account. They are, every Wednesday, they release some fuckery, for lack of a better term. I mean, I probably could find a better term, but why? So, I'm not going to give too much backstory. Every Wednesday, they release 6 questions or 6 stories. People asking for advice, telling a story about something they've been through, and again, presenting to the people, hey, what is your take on it? So, my boyfriend agreed to babysit my son while I went to Atlanta on a girls' trip. He flew to Cabo and left my son at another woman's house. She texted me that she had my son and I had to cash app her $300 for babysitting. Also, she's pregnant by him. I need revenge ideas.
Huh? Wait a minute.
That was a lot, right?
My head hurt. So wait a minute.
Would you like me to run it back?
Yeah, run it back one more time.
All right.
Run it back one more time.
So many questions.
Run it back one more time.
My boyfriend agreed to babysit my son while I went to Atlanta on a girls' trip. He flew to Cabo and left my son at another woman's house. She texted me that she had my son and I had to cash app her $300 for babysitting. Also, she's pregnant by him. I need revenge ideas.
You understand the story now?
I do. I
Get
do.
that shit all the way fucked up.
Okay, first
I think that's an
Delro
appropriate response.
nigga.
I think that's an appropriate
Hey
response.
yo.
I think
Del.
revenge. First off, how much was the boyfriend charging to babysit? Was it more than the 300? Because I did.
No, I'm sure it was free. I'm sure it was free. She was just leaving him, the child, basically.
Why Cabo? Why you go to
Why
Cabo?
did he go to Cabo?
Yeah, what was happening in Cabo that you had to just be
Bitches.
there? More
I
bitches.
mean, it's Mexico. It's by the beach.
Did you
It is
do
what
you
it
see?
is.
Why not Cabo is the real question.
Because you're watching this child. That's why not. And now you done put the child off on your side piece who's pregnant.
How do you know that the pregnant one is the side chick and not the main chick, and that the girl who had the babysitter had the child being babysat by the man wasn't actually the side chick? How do you not know that?
This is far too messy for me.
All right.
This is far too messy for me.
Wait, but didn't you say that the girl that was actually babysitting the child got in contact with her? Yeah, didn't you say
was
that?
also pregnant by the man.
Right. And she was the one contacting the woman that she needed $300 because she was babysitting her child instead of,
instead of the boyfriend babysitting the child. So what I'm saying is, how do we know that the person who submitted this story is not actually the side chick?
I see what you mean.
And that the pregnant woman is actually the main chick.
Right. Yeah, we
never know.
Yeah, we don't know that.
I can't answer.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes you get these stories and it's like, I need context.
Right.
What I need is I need the next conversation.
Somebody said more bitches with tequila. Oh,
yeah, I need.
That's a Cabo vibe, right?
Yeah,
definitely.
Next.
No, but
okay.
No,
what happened?
I would think of a revenge. I'd try to somehow, some way, I guess go by a nearby pond, and what are these blood-sucking insects called?
Leeches.
There you go. So I get some leeches. I'll try to package the leeches somewhere where maybe he's gonna lie in, somewhere he's gonna sleep in, or something like that, and just unleash all of them on him. I see that. Yeah. Just throw them all on him. Take them out of a box, or out of a plastic container or whatever, and just toss them right on him.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
It took me about 26 and a half seconds to be exact.
You are truly Dominican because
you said go to a nearby pond, and I was like, where do I find a pond?
That Dominican side of you came out fast.
Right.
Oh, you want to cause pain and discomfort? I got you.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, next up. Let's go.
All right, so here's my question for you. Do you want another woman's situation or another man's situation? I'll give you that choice. I have several.
Man.
Okay.
That nigga ain't coming back. Leeches would be worthless.
Question. I'm out of jail and working on my music. I told my girlfriend to get a third job to help pay for studio time. Instead, she got with my former artist. I caught her giving him oral. Me, why him? Her, he got money. A blowjob is better than 3 jobs. My chest hurts. Heartbroken emoji. Advice?
You sent her out there to do something and she achieved it. What's the problem?
Pretty much. She achieved it in the way that she thought was best.
You told her, go hit the block, come back with this third job to get this money. And she came back.
Got the money.
With the money. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What under the bridge?
There we go.
That seemed easy enough.
You don't get to be a bum and choose how she get the money.
Exactly.
You don't get to do both. Mm-mm. You don't get to do both.
It's either one or the other.
All right.
A third job, full blow job.
All right. Next is with hashtag future hubby, but his girl came over. I was nude, so I hid in his pull-out couch. They made out on the couch, smothered me, and I nearly passed out. My phone rang, and they fought because she thought he had a new phone to cheat. He begged me to move in. Should I?
Talking about messy. Holy shish kebab.
Listen.
Hell no.
Where do
Should
they
she
find
move
these
in?
niggas?
Or not? It's just a yes or no
Yeah.
question.
No,
Should
don't
she
move
move
in.
in or not?
No, please
Don't
don't.
move. The
This
nigga had
ain't
the nigga
worth a
used
damn
you.
nigga.
He used you as an ash cushion
Exactly.
to make out with a whole different bitch.
Exactly.
Do you think you should be moving in there?
I mean,
Don't
she's
ask
already
me.
in the couch.
Don't ask me these questions. Do
No.
you think you should be moving in there? Huh?
Not
you
a good
think that's
idea.
what you need to be doing? Ask me no stupid ass question.
That's not a good idea.
Ain't no way.
Oh,
Ain't no
man.
fucking way.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
These stories are terrible.
Oh, they are.
And it seems
They
like they get worse from here on out, too. Is it on a week-to-week basis these stories come out?
So you can find these stories every Wednesday on Six Brown Chicks, both on Instagram. They post live. It's hashtag SBC chat.
Right.
So Six Brown Chicks SBC chat. You can follow that hashtag and keep up with the nonsense every week. I do not know them, but they are entertaining, and so I've just come to share some of that with you today.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like me to close you out with one more?
I thought we were doing 6.
Oh, we can do the full 6. I'm just
Okay, yeah, let's do. We got time.
all right.
We got time.
All right.
So we got 3 more.
This is in fact a question for the gentlemen in the room and everyone all the men who are watching. This is serious, okay? Very serious. I was curious about my son Kevin's looks and behavior, so I got a DNA test behind my ex's back. I am not the father, but I am a relative. The birth father is either my brother or my dad. Both are married and won't confess. My ex denies she cheated. Advice? Hashtag Kev Dad Forever.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I just think about the child and all of this. That's just so terrible.
I ain't think about that fuck ass child. It ain't mine. Fuck that little nigga now.
I mean, but that kid
bruh.
That kid is now determined by DNA evidence to be either your nephew,
exactly,
or
Which
your
I love.
brother.
Or your brother.
Which is disgusting.
Utterly disgusting.
Okay, how do I deal with this? I'm telling both of your wives. I'm telling mama and I'm telling your wife.
You sound like a snitch over there.
Oh well, you love snitches.
Didn't
So
you just have a whole conversation?
I'm about to say
I love snitching.
He on about snitching over there.
Whoa.
If it's gonna save, if it's gonna save your life, if it's gonna keep you out of prison, yo, good luck. It's gonna save somebody's life. Okay, so I'm telling my mama and I'm telling your wife, you shouldn't have been out here fucking on my bitch.
Damn.
Shouldn't have been out here fucking on my bitch.
Crazy.
Okay.
That's
Hi, Nikki.
insanity.
Oh, look at Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
What's happening?
Nikki.
Keep it cool with your little family members. Snitch bitch is on the prowl. That's definitely a tough pill to swallow. Pause.
You know what should have been tougher to swallow? My brother's dick or my daddy's dick. But you did it anyway. And
That
how you
works.
got pregnant. That's how you got pregnant. That's how you got pregnant. Mama.
Fitted it in X.
Mama, did you know daddy was fucking on my bitch?
Exactly.
Huh?
Mhm.
Huh? Did you? He didn't tell you about that. Huh? That's why he liked her so much. That's why he gave her extra mashed potatoes
Yep.
at Thanksgiving table. Don't nobody get extra mashed potatoes.
He
No,
gave him all the breast
nobody
meat.
ever gets seconds on the prime rib. Why she got the seconds on the prime rib? Now
Yep.
I know. Now I know.
Digging that out. That's sad. And messy. And tragic. Yeah. Next.
When Marshall said he didn't want more kids,
And Lily?
no.
Sorry.
When Marshall said he didn't want more kids, his girlfriend is pregnant now. I didn't think he meant he didn't want our kid. I told him I was on birth control, but I lied. I got pregnant. He said, don't call him again until I abort. Why? I know he loves me more than his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Stupid bitch.
Holy shit.
Stupid woman. Get
Blonde
rid of that
moment.
baby. Get rid of that baby.
Moment.
Get rid of that
Immediately.
rid of that
Immediately.
baby.
Expeditiously.
Nikki said, I didn't know you could get pregnant from swallow. LOL. Trembles in fear. Just kidding.
So,
I'm playing.
actually,
You can
there
get
have
pregnant.
been
Yes.
reports of women getting pregnant even though they swallowed. And we can visit that another time.
Trifling as women. Thank you.
It doesn't say women. Damn.
Women's.
Trifling as woman.
Women's.
I love
Women's.
women's.
Come on, if you're gonna do it, finish it.
That was it.
No. Women. There you go. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, Nikki, it has happened before, and there are reasons why. We can talk about it. You got our numbers. Call us afterwards.
It's a very interesting story.
It ain't safe out here. No, it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
So maybe next time we can visit the thread that the OBGYN has called Sperm Will Find a Way.
Yep.
So we can discuss that.
Yes, there is a thread called Sperm Will Find a Way. Maybe we do that next week.
Okay.
Because sperm will, in fact, find a fucking way.
It will.
All right, last one. Let's get it.
So with all of the recent talks about AI, and we're seeing AI increasingly in society, I think this is a good way to close y'all out. So
Thanks.
my man cheated and I put him out. But he texted the most beautiful apology about loving me. And I took him back and got pregnant. Then he cheated again. Me. How can you text about love and cheat? Him. ChatGPT. I didn't write or mean it. Bots and prayers. I'm sick. Help.
Why are you mad? Why is you mad? You believed the nigga the first time when he said he loved you, and you know he didn't then? What's the difference now?
Fool me once.
What's the difference now?
Fool me once.
What's the difference now? Y'all been living together for 6 years, and you ain't got no ring on your hand. You ain't got no bank accounts together. This nigga lie to you every day he wake up and come home.
Exactly.
He lied to you by helping you think that you're going to be more than a girlfriend today. Every day you wake up with aspirations of being engaged, of being somebody's wife, and every day you go to sleep with your dreams broken. Why is this any different? He just got lazy with the lying, and now he got something to help him lie. But this man been lying to you every day.
Exactly.
Every day. Every day he been lying to you.
Sheesh.
He don't love you. He don't love you. Stop thinking he loves you. Okay? He don't love you.
At all.
None.
Not even 1 inch of your body.
Not he don't
I mean,
love.
there's at least 1 inch that he does love.
Maybe. Somewhere in between.
He enjoys that. But after 6 years, how much he enjoying it for real?
Where you keep getting this 6 years from? Did I say that?
I just made this up. Because I don't get no
Bro.
fuck. I don't get no fuck. It probably been like 6 years. You mad. You mad. It's okay.
You mad. You
You
mad. You mad.
You
You
mad.
mad.
It's okay.
Y'all are children.
Big children too, definitely. Yeah. I'm a child at heart.
Nikki say Chat GPT for the win. Your man is AI, and I'm not referring to Alan. That's rough.
Nah.
He loved the pussy.
The pussy. The poo tang pie.
Yeah, it said, oh, I love the pussy.
I love the pussy.
Oh, I love Bach. I love Bach.
I love
I love
bread.
the pussy.
I love the bread, and I like it with grape poupon.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that Family Guy sketch where
Yes.
he does the pussy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the pussy, and I love the Bach. Ah, no, this is great. Anyway, all right. So this was fun. I'm gonna finish watching. Wait a minute before we leave. I'm gonna see how bad my parlay looks.
Mm.
Stop
wishing that on your parlay. The fuck, bro.
My parlay probably looking trash.
Stop putting that energy out in the world, bro.
Okay, so Siakam, he got his dub already. Who else got their dub? DeRozan got his dub
get
yet?
this money tonight.
Zach LaVine got his dub. DeRozan got 16, and Vucevic got 10. God damn it, Vucevic! I need him to put up more. Whatever. So 2 of the 4 niggas I need with dubs got dubs. One is a bucket away from a dub, and then one of them has 10 points. Did y'all hear that?
No? What did you hear?
I heard that.
What did you hear?
You think you slick?
What are you talking about?
I know what y'all doing. Thank you. I'm not tripping. I'm not fucking tripping. I'm not tripping. I heard that shit. Thank you. Oh, Nikki said it came from Jay. It's probably porn. Okay, I'm done. Amazing day, my
Wait, you have to go back. I'm sorry. I need you to put Nikki's most recent.
We all heard that moan.
He said, "Listen, we've done our hour. It's my time now." But if you wouldn't mind, just so we could, when you close out, if you just put Nikki's comment before this one back up, because that was perfection. No, that's the one. All right, this has been fun, y'all. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's upside down, ain't it?
Is it upside down?
The clip usually on the top.
Is it upside down? Are we gonna sit here and analyze this?
I mean, I guess not, but anyway. X Twitter or Xviz, Jay?
Nah, we
And
do.
Nikki, the SBC chats are on. I'm trying to bail you out, bro. Just stop talking. The SBC chats are on Twitter and on IG, and the Sperm Will Find a Way series is
Yo, Del
on
Pornhub.
Instagram. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
Thank you
I'll
for
see y'all
being
next
here.
time.
Nice seeing you.
We'll talk to y'all next week.
We out here. Powerful.
Yeah.
Follow us everywhere.
Yeah. All right, y'all.